Humanity's refuge does not lie in us alone. We must awaken darkness far and wide, teach the masses to use it for good. But first, we must awaken its power fully. There was one whose knowledge of the darkness exceeded even our own. My grandfather, Clovis Bray the First. "Elizabeth," he said to me as I woke, born again as an exo, "you are going to save the world." What a load of crap. The old man didn't care about saving the world. He only cared about his precious legacy. Still, here's to hoping he was right. Clovis kept most of his secrets in his personal journal, and I know just where we can find it. It's a strange thing. Sisters alive again at the same time. Me wishing I didn't remember my past, Anna searching constantly for hers. All this time I've kept her searching, kept her away from desire. Fortunately for those of us in need, Clovis left plenty behind. He wanted it that way. You brought the key?
Everything we're looking for is in there?
Clovis was a man so obsessed with legacy he recorded practically everything he did, including every body he left buried in our family's past. History loves referring to his kind as great men, remembering their successes while ignoring the atrocities committed to get there. Make no mistake, Clovis was ambitious, ruthless, a tyrant. That knowledge is why I've kept Anna searching. She's not ready to hear about any of it. Or even about me, for that matter. We're not here to learn who Clovis was, either. Only to gain what he found experimenting with the darkness. Stasis. If we're lucky, this journal is our key to unlocking its greater potential. We'll have answers once I can decrypt it further. Thank you for your help. When I know more, you'll know more. Turns out Clovis's journal is fairly encrypted, and I'm unable to bypass most of it. Probably to keep it away from, well, me. I stood by his side for a time. It's why I look like this. He needed a guinea pig, and after Dad passed, I needed a father figure. Eventually, I realized my mistake and joined my sisters in trying to take our grandfather down. So Clovis took precautions to keep us from interfering. Didn't want us exposing every dark truth about every unethical experiment. And so here we are, encrypted journal and all. I think it's about time we extract some good from the bad. Clovis may have been a bastard, but he was a brilliant one. He hid decryption algorithms for his journal all over Europa. Found one. It's in this console. Bring the key to it. We told her she was adopted, Anna. It was simpler than telling her about our father's infidelity. But it was more than that. Anna had some destructive tendencies as a child. Reminded us all of the old man himself. Our mother thought if Anna believed she wasn't one of us, she'd dodge our grandfather's genetic cruelty, as she called it. I never bought it. Cruelty isn't genetic. It's learned. Clovis chose to be evil, and Anna was just a child acting out after losing her father. But in my original timeline, my dark future, Anna eventually found her own brand of cruelty, thanks to the darkness. It used her troubled past to manipulate her, and she wasn't strong enough to resist, and I had to put an end to it, to my little sister's life. There was no other choice.
You killed Anna?
In my dark future, Yes. Truth be told, I miss her. But in this timeline, she doesn't even know that I'm alive. That's by my own design. This time, I kept her away from her past and from me to prevent the darkness from getting to her. But no matter what I do, it still finds a way. Iris Morn gave in to curiosity and brought the darkness. Aramis gave in to desire and built a dark empire. As with all things dark, they were both driven by obsession. Because that's where our fault lies. That's how darkness corrupts. I can't ignore it any longer. Keeping Anna away will only cause her obsession to grow, and the darkness will find her. I must find her first. The decryption code worked. There's enough stasis research in here to hold us over for now, but there's a lot yet to decipher. And Anna should be here when we do. I'll let you know what's next, once I make sense of it all. Thanks for your help last time. I was able to decrypt a portion of the journal with what we found, and it's even more unsavory than I ever knew. Amongst the madness, however, it appears our efforts were not in vain. Clovis hadn't just found stasis, he'd enhanced it. Fortunately for the world, he didn't know how to use it. Just sat in a lab somewhere until the collapse, like so many of his experiments. Decrypting the remainder of his journal should point us in the direction of that knowledge. And I know where we can do just that.
I knew Clovis was bad, but all this... I'm feeling a little ashamed of being a Bray right now.
Welcome to my world.
Elsie... Clovis, you... This is all I wanted. All I searched for. But you've been around this whole time and I never heard from you. Guardian? What are you doing here?
This is actually why I brought you here, Anna. Perfect. This is exactly what we need to decrypt the journal and find that stasis research.
Stasis? You mean darkness power?
Anna, what we're doing here is extremely important. Stasis is just a tool. We've used it for good.
You're using darkness?
I was skeptical at first too, Anna.
Both of you? After everything it's done to us?
Anna, our past. I thought that keeping it from you was the best way to protect you.
Protect me? I've been protecting myself just fine without your help, thanks. And this? Using the darkness? That can't end well.
And it didn't before. But this time...
Hold on. Before?
In another timeline, Anna, you were too obsessed with your past for your own good. And I was too selfish for my own good. The truth is, I'm not from this timeline. Where I come from, the darkness won. And I tried to shield you from it, but all I did was drive you to it. I'm sorry for keeping so much from you. I think the best way to help you now is just to be there for you.
Look, I don't mean to be ungrateful, and it's incredible that you're alive. Really. But I don't know how to handle this. I'm sorry.
Anna, wait!
Being honest with her was the right thing to do.
Time will tell. For now, I'll keep working to find the location of Clovis's stasis research. We'll talk again soon. Turns out Clovis really did find stasis power within the darkness. He just didn't know how to use it. So naturally, he hid it. Lucky for us, he did so in the most Clovis Bray of locations. With himself. The giant Exo at the bottom of the Exo factory? That's him. Well, his AI. And I think it's time we all had a talk. Anna included. This is her journey too. In the dark future, she was going to take it with or without me. And when I wasn't there, the darkness was. I won't let that happen again. Anna, you came back.
Yeah, well, it's not every day you reunite with your robot sister after the apocalypse. And because I figured if you went to that much trouble to protect me, you must really care.
I do. I've just been scared, Anna, about losing you again. I thought I was doing the right thing, keeping the truth from you.
All you need to do is be my sister, Elsie. Whatever truths we face, no matter how tough, we'll do it together.
No better time than the present, then. You brought it?
Confidential intelligence activated. It has been centuries since our collective passing, and yet my granddaughters, Elizabeth and Anastasia, stand before me, alive.
Clovis?
Yes, Anastasia. It's me.
Incredible.
I assume since you've made it this far, you've come for our research. Potent darkness energy. This is what you were looking for, Elizabeth? I could never use it. Something tells me you can.
I can, and will, but not alone. We can all use it for good, to save humanity.
No. What? It's not what it's for at all. It's for research, for legacy, for the Bray name only.
Why am I not surprised?
Don't get holier than thou on me, Elizabeth. Need I remind it was you who volunteered for Project XO? You knew the Bray name was at stake and you fought for it. Unlike your sisters, your mother, even your father, all ungrateful and weak.
You were always a bastard, Clovis.
And yet, you stood beside me willingly, even into eternal life. Life I gave you.
What good thing you did. Because I'm going to use it to help save the universe from evil like you.
Your naivete was always to be your downfall, granddaughter. Enjoy the gift, and don't forget, you'll always be a Bray, like me.
You know, Clovis was always problematic, but he used to have some humanity, before he let the darkness take it from him.
Screw him. He can't control us anymore. Let's take this power and use it exactly like he doesn't want us to. For humanity.
Anna's right. We have what we came for. Time to take it to the ziggurat. Come find me after. I just wanted to say thank you. For so much. Most of all, helping me reunite with my sister. In the dark future, Anna was tempted. And I wasn't there for her. From now on, she can count on me. And when she's ready to wield darkness for good, I'll be right there to guide her. In fact, I'll be here to guide anyone who wants it. The Vanguard only recognizes the light. Someone has to do the same for the dark. Or else we risk losing everyone and everything. We have a universe yet to save. I'm looking forward to doing it together.